Mike, let me know what I have to do. I hit the invite icon is now purple. It says invited, but it has an X with it's like red with a white X in the icon. So let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Hit the purple. Okay. And hit add. Let's see if this works. Joining in 3, 2. My man, how you doing?
How are you? Hey,
I'm good, man. I'm
you
good.
see, we
Welcome.
did it. We did it. He's probably going, the white man, the purple man.
You're the
It's
first
it's.
person I've invited on, man.
Well, I feel honored. I really do. You're a great guy, and I love supporting people like yourself. And this is what's going to build this platform is individuals like yourself.
You know what? I saw you invited me earlier. I was in the car, and
Hmm.
for some reason, it just kept glitching in and out.
Oh, I
So
know it's brutal.
yeah,
It is, and I love Haps. You know that, but the mobile right now is not good.
yeah.
If you don't have the latest Google on your system, let's say you have an old phone,
Okay.
that sucker's going to crash.
Wow.
It needs the latest Google, from what I've heard. The other guy would love to invite up. I don't know how formal you want this to be, but DJ DDK. Do you know who that is?
I don't know, but bring
From
them up.
Australia. I
Yeah.
can't do that. It's you. You're the man.
Okay.
So
So I have to hit
you have to
the.
go back. You have to go back in time where you were before.
Okay.
Hit the white man.
All right. And then.
Not literally. And we're not going to beat up
Really?
Prince after. So, and
You so
the
funny.
other thing I don't do
Uh-huh.
is I leave people in the waiting room, and I
Okay.
leave them in there for days. I feel like I'm a doctor. You can wait an hour,
What's his
you know.
name?
DJ DDK. If you put DDK in it, you should be able to get it.
DJ
DDK.
DDK.
Yeah, and the other guy that's crazy is James Nemus, but I think he's already. Oh no, he was in. Yeah, James Nemus, which is just James and
I know
N.
James. I think I was talking with him yesterday.
Yeah, he's the
Is it
crypto king.
DJ DK? He
Yeah,
doesn't have a picture.
no,
Okay,
no,
I
because I
want to
want to
find
talk to
him
him
now.
about some stuff on Haps, and it applies to you too. Is that if you? So I don't know how many followers you have, Mike.
Not
How
too
are you?
many. Not too many.
Well, we're going to work on that together. So
Let's see
now,
here.
how I built mine was I built it through Randy Horton.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Put Randy in there too. If we can get Randy in here, this thing will blow up. If you get Randy on, we'll get 400 people.
Oh wow.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
down for that.
yeah. But Randy's wild. I'm just warning you.
No,
You
that's
know,
good.
yeah. He's very opinionated. He always comes at me, but that's part of our thing. That's just what he does.
Randy Wharton.
And I love that. Yeah, I love that. Randy Wharton. His last name's Horton, actually. Randy
Ah,
Wharton. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that you're linking into his past life as a prison guard or something, because he's got that mentality. He's no bullshit. He will not tolerate bullshit. If he thinks you're lying to him, you're dead. You're done.
oh no,
You're,
that's my kind
oh
of guy.
he does not like liars. He doesn't and he's straight from the hip. Like the other day, I had seen him for like 2 months, and he started. He said, my friend, he shows me these pictures of his grandchild. His grandchild is fucking ugly, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And just
Wow.
and like Randy, you've grown so much. Well done. But I think a lot of it's show, because if you talk to him off camera, he's very different. So
You know what? So I'm back to the purple man because I see the pending invites.
mhm.
Do I have to click on the purple again and then do something else?
You have to go back to where you were, where you can invite, and then you got to type it in. It's a pain in the ass.
Okay. So I'll
So,
hit this.
Mike, we don't know what the meaning is of this. We do love Prince. We think Prince is good, and even though he was 5'2", and that guy slept with some of the most beautiful women. Uh, Milton, how are you? Now, Milton's last name isn't Banana. I. Banana. Ba-bee, bee, bee, bee. You can invite Milton if you want. You may regret it, but you never know. It's always good to build.
Milton Banana. Uh-oh.
You saw Prince in 1981. Oh, wow, you're a lucky man. That's when he was at his best. He was starving then. Did you know that Prince opened up for Rick James before Prince got big? Rick James got big before Prince
I didn't
in
know that.
some of the earlier concerts. So I saw Rick James. Guess who I saw as the opener? Prince.
Wow.
Yeah, and Prince looked like he was 16 at the time.
Okay.
Crazy
Let's get
talented.
something
He's 5'2",
on
maybe,
there.
and he's got nice legs, and nicer than most women. There you go, or had. Have you figured it out?
Okay, I've got 3 pending invites for
Perfect.
DJ DK, Milton
Yeah,
Banana, and Randy Horton.
perfect. Just leave it, and if
Oh,
not,
okay.
it'll just be us. We're good.
That's cool.
And then you got Milton here, so you
Milton
could just
just dropped off. I'm gonna invite him again unless he doesn't want to be on.
just leave it. He'll come back up. You'll see him in the waiting room. Just stay in the waiting room. Yeah, because he still has your invite. So the other good thing you got to be careful of, and I'm being really sincere about this.
Okay.
Let's say you have someone that's in your room here and they left the show.
Uh-huh.
They may not know that they're still in the room. So you
Ah.
click them on.
So you have to X them out when they
Well,
leave?
no, you just like the other day, someone was like half naked,
What do you mean half naked? Like
half
top, bottom?
no top on. So
Oh,
I had to brush and flush that one. I was like, and it was a female, and I went,
oh
well,
wow.
yes, oh my,
Damn. That's the
oh
rated R
my.
division of HAPS people.
Well, that's what we do here for you. This is what we do. I remember one time in Google Hangouts, and there was like 10 of us in this room, way, way, way back. And this girl, I got in, and I went, "Hun, I can see your panties." No, you can't.
Wow.
I go, "Yeah, I can. My camera's not on." I said, "They're pink. They have frilly." She went, oh my god.
Wow.
We became friends after that. She goes, "No, I was." She goes, "I was in there for like an hour. No one said a word."
Wow. Mike, you came over from Periscope?
No, I came from there's a star system called the Palladians, and they just they beamed me down. Me and Elon came down.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Palladians.
The Palladian
Part of the
star system.
Galactic
Yeah,
Federation.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Everybody thinks I came from some. No, I've always done this kind of thing.
Okay.
It's 1111, which is a spiritual number.
Yes, this is an angel number. Absolutely.
Are you into that stuff?
I sure am. You haven't been
Oh,
checking out my podcast, sir. I've got a whole affirmation series there. Yeah,
oh. Well, you know
yep,
what? We may be brothers from another mother. There you
yeah.
go.
And I'm
Yeah.
working on a series called Activating Your Self-Love. But
Yeah.
other than that, I just come out and do some other crazy stuff. But I like to
Yeah.
have some structured spiritual content as well. So
Well, anybody watches this in the replay, and they will later. I just want you to know that very soon, James Namaste and this wonderful man here, the Ace Man, are going to be doing a new series called Crypto and the Single Life. It's coming up. Yeah, the other one they're going to be doing, it's a 2-part series. Boom Boom in the Room.
You know what's so funny? The other day when you asked me if I was single,
Yeah.
because I kept that pretty private, it is the
Hmm.
first time that I have publicly just put out here that I'm
Hmm.
single.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of funny. I was laughing about it afterwards, but it's all good. It's all
The
good.
biggest flirt in the universe is Tony D. And you know Tony D, right?
Um, I'm trying to think if I
You should
watched a
invite him too. The only
past
problem with Tony D is, and I'm warning you, he'll be in this broadcast. He'll also be in
another
somebody
one.
else's, in
Yeah,
another one.
I think we did that the other day. I think
And
he had
I'm
arguments
like,
back
Tony,
and
no.
forth.
And he goes, I'm a multitasker. I do this. I got moves. If he could mix some music and do it at the same time, he would be doing it. But yeah, as soon as I
Wow.
met him, I was like, I like him. And I met James and I liked him. And one of the kindest souls on here is Ted Hicks. and I could
Oh,
see you and him getting along famously.
okay. Yeah, I don't
You
know if I checked out his thing.
Oh,
Um,
he's so good. He's so good.
okay.
He could have been a politician. He's got a really good moral code.
Okay.
Yeah. I strive to be that structured. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So, but we do what we can.
You
One of
got
my
some good
buddies,
stuff, though, man. I've been watching a couple of your stuff. You've got some good content, man. Just, helping people. You stay even keeled through it all.
you
And
have to.
um,
You
yeah.
have to.
I heard earlier
There's
you said something about you used to be violent and mean or something
Oh
and
yeah.
you're
Oh
younger. And I'm
yeah.
like, I can't even, that energy's
Oh
left the
yeah.
building as far as you're concerned.
Well, I had to work on it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know how to deal with my rage when I was a kid.
Okay.
So I would just pound it out. And when I was 16, I could squat like 500 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was freakishly strong as a child. And then women took it all away from me. No, no. What a way to go. No, no. No, I was the devil for, I'd say, 10 years. Really bad. You know what? Someone when could see the kind side. They saw it through the veil kind of thing. And they're like, yeah, I'm not buying it. There's a nice guy in there somewhere.
So you're in Toronto proper, or you're in a suburb, or you're in
No,
Brampton?
I'm right in Toronto.
Okay.
I live near St. Clair and Yonge. I live on a really ritzy street, and I live in a ghetto project of the ritzy street. If you get my drift, like we are the peasants on. Oh, look at them over there suffering so much. Yes.
Yeah, my
Oh,
aunt, I have an aunt that's in Brampton.
yeah,
Uh, I haven't been there in a while. I love Toronto, but it's
yeah.
been it's
Cross
been
the street. I'm not kidding you. There are people paying $5,000 a month in taxes,
property taxes.
property taxes,
5,000 a month.
a month. Do
Wow.
you know why? They have the whole floor.
What do you mean the whole floor? Oh, you're
So,
talking about, okay.
okay, so imagine a balcony, and you can walk all the way across the width of the building.
Wow.
There's one guy, and I don't think he lives there all the time. I think it's like his summer house. It's all his. And I
Wow.
only know this because one day I went, "Oh my god, they just walked one end to the other and went in one end and the." I went, "He's got the whole thing." But Bentley's come out of there. Yeah, it's we got
Milton, let
Milton
me
here.
try to bring you up again. I'm gonna invite. It says invited. I don't know why. You know what? Let me try to. I'm gonna send you another invite right now and see if we can get you on here, buddy.
Did you try clicking him on the not live? Because I'm seeing him in the backstage. So if you go into the backstage, you might just have to click him. I don't know.
How do I go
Did
on
you
the
click?
backstage?
Okay, hit the purple man again, Prince.
Okay.
It'll take you to the backstage.
Okay. And hit add. Bam. I'm
Bam.
sorry.
Let's do it
You
together.
should be with
Bam.
us in 2 seconds.
You know what? Get up now.
Hey, sorry about that, Milton.
Uh,
Yeah, and Milton
no
sometimes
problem. How you
also
doing?
has an alter ego of the same picture on his thing there. That's when he dresses up, or is it,
Yeah,
or it's his
I'm
wife.
learning. I'm trying to learn this platform. So okay, cool. Sorry about that, Milton. That
Don't
was
worry about it.
probably.
It's okay. We're just messing with you,
No
man. We
problem.
figured it out. Milton, did
Hey,
you ever
Michael.
like Prince?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I love Prince.
Purple Rain. You got earbuds in. What's going on? You don't have Bluetooth though, do you?
No, it's my wife's headphones, so I
Yeah.
do have Bluetooth. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
pair like that. You use that for broadcasting? Does it work pretty good? I guess it does.
It sounds better than it
Yeah.
did. I just wish we could turn it up a bit. Is there any way
Yeah.
we can turn it up a bit?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I turned up my phone, so anyway.
Yeah. You seem more regal today. You have your chin up and everything. You're like, "Hello, do you have any Grey Poupon?" Like
Milton, are you in Canada too?
No, I'm in Georgia.
Oh, that's
Oh,
way better, buddy. Way
okay.
better. Give us a little love on the rocks, just a sampling, so we can. Okay, go.
Well, last night I sang a love song to Lenny.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
be careful.
Okay. Oh, Lenny, you came and you gave without taking, but I
Yes.
sent you away. Oh, Lenny.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Did
go.
you hear any inappropriate breathing or anything while you were singing it?
No, no.
You were
Mike, you
good.
was saying, earlier today. I said I was going to send you a contract. I said I'm going to have to sign Mike. I said,
Why is that? Why is that?
I heard you sing. I said, "Oh, look at this guy." I forget you were doing. You had asked Alexis to play something. Alexa to play
Oh
something.
yeah, I used to earn my supper doing.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, I got to send Mike a contract. I got to put you on
Yeah,
stage."
yeah. Well, if you can keep my pants on, it'd be great. Yeah, those days are done. We're good. You got to
Oh,
stop playing with your camera. What are you doing there?
AceMan, are you
yes,
ready?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, live on Haps tonight, we have the AceMan.
That's excellent. I'm gonna have to get that on
Yeah.
recording.
Yes, and his slightly challenged friend Michael Bathurst is in the house. There you go. It's all good.
You know what
I
came to
don't
my
know who in the
mind?
world this. Sorry, apologize.
No, that's okay. What came to my mind is you doing the starting and the introduction for boxers, man. You got that voice, Let's get
Hmm.
ready to rumble. That would be kind of cool.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Now, live here on the mat, we have the Iceman and Michael Bathurst. Let's get ready to rumble!
That was good. That was good.
Oh man.
Yeah. The only thing they need in
Well,
the
thank you.
studio now is that where you can adjust the volume of the people. That's it. But thank you. So explain to me. Did you go to Walmart and steal a charger? Like how did that work? Because you couldn't find one before. You got a haircut instead.
No, no, my wife's actually ended up working eventually.
Mm.
Did you hear
I,
that?
I I'm not believing any of this story. I feel like I'm going down the river with you, brother. That's all right. You know what? I'm just glad you
No,
got this.
no, my wife's headphones eventually worked.
Are those Beats?
Yeah, they're
Is that
Beats.
the
Yeah.
brand? Are they
Yeah,
Beats?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Banana, I just want to sell you a story like you just sold me. So this water here, it's been purified, glorified. It will raise things that have been dead for years. Order it right now for $2. $2. Yeah, I paid 25 cents, but I breathed on it.
Oh wow.
Come on.
Mike, what kind
And
of
I got
brand
some
water is
beats.
that?
Hmm?
What kind of brand water is that you're drinking?
It's called Palladian Gold. There you
Palladium gold.
This
go. All right.
Dasani, all right.
Nani.
Yes.
I drink none
Yes.
but alkaline water. Bottle alkaline
You know
water.
what I thought he was going to say? I drink nothing but alcohol in a
Nah.
dirty glass. Thank you so much. All right.
Alkaline water. That's my choice.
Yeah.
A little bit more expensive, but
Yeah. Well,
it's better for my body.
both we're having fun on here, which is good. I hope we're not offending anybody.
Oh,
Milton's used to me, but Milton and I have together lost 70 pounds. I think
oh
we've
wow.
lost the same 30. You've lost 35.
I lost 35, yes.
Yes. And we didn't cut her head off or anything.
Wow. That's
No?
pretty good.
No, no. And we didn't, take a leg off or an arm.
So
We
what was
just,
the secret? What you guys do?
um, we thought about lying to each other about where we got the beats, and such depression went over us. We stopped eating, and we started singing to Lenny, and we lost all sense of self-worth, and we couldn't eat anymore. And no, I don't know. I stopped drinking.
Wow. True
I
story.
was I
It
was drinking
was
all kinds of tequila.
Well, for me, I stopped eating crap, and I just
Mm,
eat lean meats, vegetables, and vodka.
Okay.
yeah. The key is vodka. He's
The,
going to call
the
it the vodka
vodka is
diet.
the key,
The
key
vodka diet.
ingredient to it all, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And it disinfects if things hurt. Okay, keep going. Sorry, I
True
So
didn't
so
mean.
story.
so I
True story.
so
And
so
it
I
was
Milton,
Father's.
let him talk. Shh.
No, it's cool.
I will.
It was
I am.
No,
Sorry.
you're not. You're becoming Linny.
Father's Day
I didn't know he was about to
2020.
speak.
Father's Day 2020. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, I don't like what I see. I got on the scale,
Yeah.
248 pounds. And I said, that's
Wow.
it.
Mm.
Um, I just let myself go. A year later,
Why? Why though?
well, with the shutdown and everything,
Uh-huh.
anxiety, 2020 was just crazy.
Yeah.
And a year later, because I took a video and everything of myself saying, look, this
Yeah.
is enough. I'm about to put myself through a routine. 1 year later, get on the scale, 218 pounds.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
stop eating after 9. Drink water first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
if I don't do any heavy exercising, just walking. I try to walk every day. Yeah, and water is all I drink. So that was it. But I was not happy. I mean, I was feeling
Okay.
good energetically, but physically,
Yeah.
I felt super heavy, super heavy.
Well, you know that if you're eating excessively or drinking excessively, you're numbing yourself.
Yep.
You're numbing yourself. You're tuning out. You'll find yourself in broadcasts you don't want to be in. You'll be serenading people you don't want to serenade. I've been there, man. I've been there. And then it's on tape.
Ace.
Yes.
Hey, Ace.
Yes.
My sister-in-law weighed 700 pounds, and she
Oh,
got the she got the surgery to her staple her stomach, and now she's lost like 100 pounds, but she's been going through major health problems. And and she was on Facebook today saying, if you're overweight, think twice about getting the surgery. And then I have another friend of mine who's a almost like a sister to me, and she actually weighs at least 700 pounds, and she just lost 100 pounds on her own. And she's on the right path. So it's just really hard.
700 pounds? You did
Yeah.
not misstate that. Oh my
No.
goodness.
Uh,
One of my
my high
favorite
is
Milton, one of my favorite blues songs. You ready? By one guy's
Yeah.
name was, give me a second here, Howlin' Wolf. It was written by Willie Dixon. And it so appeals to me. You ready? I ain't built no, I'm built for comfort. I ain't built for speed, but I got everything a little girl needs. And then the other song he did was I'm 300 pounds of heavenly joy. Oh boy, look
Oh,
what you get.
wow.
So 700 pounds of heavenly joy would be scary.
yeah, yeah,
That's a
Wow.
big situation there. Like, I can't even.
Tony,
Whew.
Tony, we need you to come up for a second.
Who's
yeah.
that? Tony D?
Tony D, I just messaged him. And I won't even get mad at you for multi-broadcasting you for a few seconds here. I want you to talk to Milton. He's been serenading Lenny, and I'm worried about him. I think we need to have an intervention here. Okay.
Tony, I
Now,
just sent you an invite.
Ace, what is your real name? Can AC you said before, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's here. He's here. He's not.
All right, let's see. Bam. I'm getting the hang of this now. He should be
There you
with us.
go. Yeah.
There he is.
Hey, Tony. Tony, there's serious
Ladies and
stuff
gentlemen,
going.
boys and girls, Tony D is in the
He's
scope.
multicasting. I can tell already. Okay. Tony,
Uh,
Tony, do
sorry,
you have a
Michael.
second?
Yes.
Okay, so I need to fill you in on something that's happening. I'm really worried.
Go ahead.
Our dear friend here, Mr. Banana, known as Milton, was serenading Lenny P. and I think he's entered into the zone of danger. I was hoping that maybe you could give him some clarity of how crazy that could get. He's in another broadcast right now. It's like,
I know.
see, and he was flirting with some woman there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Milton was singing to Lenny P the other night.
I know. That is dangerous.
I agree. Ace-Man, what's good? I saw you the other night, man. What's good
Hey,
with you?
you know what? You actually do some broadcasting with my partner in Michigan there, Shannon, man.
Yeah.
My God, yeah.
Tell me about you. Yeah. We're gonna catch up.
Yeah.
I gotta get up at 3:30, so I ain't gonna be here too long, but I'm over here talking with somebody, and then I get to
Yeah.
tag up here. So I thought
What's her name? I guarantee it's a female. What's her name?
Tony, you single too, huh?
I'm going through a divorce.
He's going through a divorce. He's going through. Look at it.
I'm going through a divorce. So
he said, "Let me readjust my screen here."
My name is Tony D. That's my name right there.
Oh man.
That's why your screen blurry. Keep it up.
We have fun up here. We do.
We do.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, Blazen's here.
Hey, my friend Blazing Blasphemer.
Yeah. I'll go down I'll go in the comments and try to get other people, and you can maybe invite Blazin in for a sec. What you do
Michael,
is you can ask me a question.
Michael,
did I sing to Lenny? No.
Can I ask you a question? Can I speak to you privately before the night's over?
Well.
Oh wow. Mike, you do private calls?
I do now.
Ooh. Is that a new service? I mean,
don't mess with our bro romance. Just stop yourself. Don't get jealous.
His eyes got big and everything. He was like,
oh my.
Here on Haps. It's Michael Bathurst
I've got a cabinet in the house.
Yes, it's a love connection with Chuck Willery. I always liked him.
Man.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of looniness going on right now on this platform. A lot of people are just not too happy. A lot of whining.
People coming back. I got a couple people coming back to Carl.
Do they?
Come back.
Good.
Back. Brother Shannon, I got him hooked up. He brought Prime back up. So some of the people, I'm bringing them back in. I'm trying to.
Oh, Brother Shannon, I was wondering what happened there, because he was on like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah, I saw him last night. He was doing a test, and because I do business with him, and I've been knowing him for, my God, since 2000, I think. He's the one. You know what, Mike? He's the one that got me on this platform. You remember when he first brought me up? I was telling you, Shannon invited me, and you were the second person that I subscribed to. So yeah, he was the one that got me into
I forgot his name, but I once he said brother, I knew. So I was on his broadcast, and he behaved. I could tell. He showed me some respect. He was really good, because I saw him the next night, and I went, "Who the hell's this?"
You said the same thing about me.
Good guy. Yeah, Shannon's a good guy. So.
Yeah. Oh no, he goes deep. Like he's going for a touchdown every play. Like, I love your house, buddy. It's beautiful. I was telling my wife about your place.
You lost.
Hello, Ace.
Yes.
What part of the country do you live in, my friend?
I am in Ohio. I'm in a suburb of Cleveland. In Aurora.
Yeah, I've been there quite often. Yeah.
Yep. How far are you in Atlanta? Or are you in one of the suburbs?
No, I'm about an hour and a half north of Tony D in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay, so Tony, you're out of Atlanta too. Okay. All right.
No, I'm in Warner Robins. I'm an hour and a half south of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Tony.
But what we're doing right here, right now, we need to do this for everybody. So if someone is fairly new, and they're a good person like you are, sir, we need to welcome them.
Agreed.
We do. It's like the first day of school. It's So what do you think of only having 3 guests?
Trash, but we good.
Why is it trash? Explain, sir.
I'm used to having 8. We have fun. We got 8 people on the screen. It's madhouse and it's chaos, but it's fun.
I saw one guy's screen. He had, my goodness, it was just
Yeah.
lit up. I don't know how he managed all
Joseph.
that.
That was Joseph.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And we've had fun up here. You know, we're gonna have a little controversy here and there,
Yeah.
but like when I get with Shannon and we start talking real and we start tripping out, that's what I miss.
You know what,
That's
James? I had sent you an invite. XRP to the moon. Absolutely, baby.
Yeah. I'll go down. Bring James
crypto.
up.
He's on crypto
What-
too.
what-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you know, I'm on
Yes,
I'm on that crypto life.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
So do you know how to
Michael,
do
I
that,
can go
sir?
down if you want me to.
No. It's okay, because I'll promote. You talk. You're great. You're a wonderful guest.
Milton,
You sing.
can say
You
I gotta
do
get
it
down
all.
in the morning anyway.
What's
But,
that?
I got to work in the morning anyway, so I'll come down. I'm gonna
Okay.
finish up
Like, can we
the
be
rest of
real
Come on,
for
let's make
once?
sure we hook up, man.
You've got a better offer on the other monitor. I get it. Leave the sausage fest.
No. I'm going to bed. I got to be at work at 3:30. I mean 5 in the morning. I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'll come and say hello to you in the other broadcast because I'm not on mine.
I don't
Okay.
believe it. I don't believe it.
Oh, he's giving you awards.
Ace,
Those
we
are
will
all
catch-
awards, my friend.
Milton, you
Oh
already know. We'll
wow.
see.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. James, you better say something for me. What are you doing?
My screen's acting up too.
I know, so is AC's.
Okay, Mike, you're gonna
Oh.
have to walk me through this again. I'm trying to bring James up. James, did you hit the invite
Okay.
button yet? Have you accepted it?
All
Is he
you have to do
backstage?
now is you've got to go to the purple room.
Purple room.
Purple.
Go
I
to the
don't see
purple
him
room.
there though.
Make
Yeah.
sure, or the white room, make sure that you invited him. See that he's invited on the list.
Yep, he's invited.
Okay, come back in and
Yep.
just wait for him. James, are you coming up or are you just giving a million awards? Thank you, though.
Probably
How much did he give you? I think he gave you like $20, buddy.
Oh wow. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
James. Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't know
James-
how the whole money thing works. I'm gonna have to get schooled on that. I see
Well,
people.
you got to make what, $200 and then you can cash out.
Yes.
Oh,
And how do
wow.
you cash out, Tony?
You got to go to where it says request payout and you send an email to the lady
Yeah.
and
And
it'll
then
come
you
the same day. I got mine
Yeah.
same day.
How'd you do it? Through PayPal?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that the best way to do it? Is there other ways to do it?
PayPal has not had an issue since I've been on it since 2003, so I would say yes.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. I'm waiting for crypto.
Yes.
I might be waiting a while. James, stop
We all
it.
will be. We won't. I'm gonna
He's
jump
just
down.
giving
Ace,
him.
Is his button stuck? I mean, I
No,
appreciate it.
no. I think he's
Mike,
giving
appreciate
you.
for letting me know. I'm gonna come down.
Tony, is a burst
I'll
30
jump down.
cents or 20? Is it 20?
Versus 20,
Okay,
Versus
so
20.
yeah, every 5 is $1.
pretty much.
So he's
I'll holler at y'all
giving you
tomorrow,
about
though, for real.
$20.
Wow. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tony, have a
Later,
great
Tony.
I'll see
night.
y'all tomorrow.
You
Okay,
be
Tony.
kind and gentle. All right.
Milton, behave yourself, and Mike going with all that. Peace.
Yeah.
Love you, Tony.
I'll see you tomorrow. There you go. Yeah. So that'll help your numbers tomorrow. Having Milton here, having myself. James, why are you not coming up? What's going on? He's just giving you money. Is he in another broadcast?
He said he was busy or something.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is.
He's in another broadcast. That's what it is. That's what that's all
Yeah.
about. So do you have a time? Like when I first started doing broadcasts, I don't know if you know this, I didn't like going beyond half an hour to an hour. Hour was max.
Okay.
And I didn't care if I stopped a broadcast and then restarted one. I would go for a pee or have a coffee and start it up again. Then they were chopped because to me it was like, and I'm guilty of this. If you have a 3-hour broadcast, no one's ever going to watch it. No one's ever going to watch that. But if you had half an hour and you had 6 of those, they'll click them. They'll click them.
I think last night I was on for an hour and 14 minutes, hour and 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just by myself for maybe the
Yeah.
first 40 minutes, which I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
But
invite me.
So
Invite me.
okay.
We'll get a sturdy. Invite Milton. He's got a crowd now too. And if you want absolute chaos, but lots of women in the scope, invite Linny. But you won't get a word in. You think we're bad. She's the bulldozer. Like I'm a bulldozer. She's the queen of bulldozing.
Well,
man.
Ace.
She'll
Ace.
Yeah.
Well, Ace. Last night, I sang a love song to Lenny, even though I'm married. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, but you know, at a certain stage, you can have several wives. Isn't that how that works?
Wow.
I
You
used to
can
be in Utah. Yeah.
Utah, yeah. 5 is a
James
good
says
start.
I'm
5 is
in
a
it.
good
James
start
says
there, I think.
something. You're in the. Do you want to come on or not, James? Do you want to come on?
3 new comments.
What's going on here? I don't think he's accepted the invite.
Look at this. Look at this.
Okay.
He goes, take care. Don't do it. What we said. Are you feeling daring? Because we could invite her up, and you'll have all kinds of. If you're trying to get exposure, we'll bring her up, and
Oh, he
then
said he can't do it tonight. You talking
I,
about Lenny?
yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
bring
Yeah,
her
I
up.
was just having fun tonight. So,
Yeah,
what
and
is her?
then
It's Lynnie.
Well,
She's
Michael,
the
I
one
just
with
saw
the
2
rose,
minutes
right?
ago that she's broadcasting.
Oh,
it's
she is
okay.
broadcasting.
It's okay. We can still invite her though. We'll stir
Okay,
some shit.
all
There you
right.
go.
Damn, he's been invited.
Oh, she's so used to me. She's my karaoke wife. She is.
Karaoke wife.
She's my karaoke wife.
Mike, how long
Yeah,
you
but
been
you
married?
What's that?
How long you been married?
sorry.
30 minutes. Oh no, sorry, 30 years. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can get away with that having a
Yeah.
karaoke wife.
23 years here.
23 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been married 23 years, and she's only tried to kill me 7 times. That's not bad.
Wow.
I hope that's not true.
No, it's not. It's not true. No.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
That might get her attention.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really stirring the pot tonight.
Yeah. Well, I want to build something here. But are you in a hurry to
Yeah.
go?
No,
you want
not
to?
at all. I have nothing.
If you want, I can start something on mine. We can, but it's better to have you on the channel, your own channel, because we want to get the numbers up. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I love the most though is that people can come in and give you awards, give me awards, give anybody in the award. Even, and I think even in the replay, if they like you, they can give you awards. So Milton, you can make money while you're sleeping.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
awesome. I
Wow.
never knew how all that worked. I mean, I knew it was available, but I never did any digging in it. So
yeah. So, but between all the formats, my goal this year is to make $1,000 a month.
Okay.
Every month. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And yeah.
And what is your strategy to do that, Mike?
I don't want to share that on air.
Oh, can I get a private call, sir?
Sure, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. But Milton, sorry, Milton, I'm sorry. You're first. I think we just wrecked something there. I feel shamed. I feel cheap.
No, that's okay. Hey, Ace, my goal is to make 12 cents a month. So
I think you did that. You'll do that tonight. You're on fire, man. It's all good.
I'm definitely going to increase the broadcasting. So
can I give you a piece of advice as a friend and to Milton too? Even if you go on for 10 minutes, go on every day.
Okay.
Have that as your goal. Go on for 10 minutes. Whatever you're most comfortable talking about. I feel like you're multi-layered. There's a lot going on there. You could probably have a different show every night.
Yep.
I like that you're spiritual. It sounds like you've gone through a lot in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Have you been married more than once? Twice?
Yeah, actually, this is my second marriage.
3 times a lady.
Nah, bro.
No.
Nah. Life partner, maybe. I just, it's just got to be something a little different moving forward. And
are we talking robotic from Japan with batteries? What are we talking? A lot of guys are going that way now. There's no arguing. There's no prenup. Things don't work out. You know, if you have an upgrade on her, it's not a big deal.
I see these TikTok videos. They're really funny to me where they're doing
they're scary
transaction and
this 10 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
2 kids are free, the Hamptons or Maui, and it's just like it's funny to me. But I don't need anything like that. But
So
Yes.
AC, click on
Yep.
your picture, bring it down. Just move the pictures right. I want to show you what you can do here. Just use your mouse, click
Uh-huh.
on my picture, move it up, slide it up.
Oh, bam. You
Bam.
rotate. That's pretty
You
cool.
you you
Nice.
can rotate. So if Lenny comes up, put her up there. Tell her she's the top of the show. Tell her
Okay.
that she's looking down on creation,
On top of the world,
looking
on
down on
creation,
creation, and
and the
the
only,
only
only
explanation I
explanation
can.
I can find.
You
Yes.
know what?
So
I think I'm gonna sign both you guys together.
no, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Since you guys
It's too
both on
much ego.
stage.
It's too much ego. They have a new testosterone level meter on this broadcast and on Haps. So what happens is if the testosterone level is too high, the whole broadcast will crash.
Wow.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
guys crashed early. I don't know who you had. It was the young lady, and you had, I
Mm,
call him James Bond now. So James,
Colin.
that's your new nickname, James Bond. But yeah, and you guys just kept crashing. And I said, yeah, they got a lot of energy going on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Colin is yeah, Colin's like a brother to me. We fight like crazy though. Like literally fight.
Wow.
We've gotten nasty sometimes with each other. Because I'm
Really?
crazy.
On like on a broadcast?
No, off air.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because I drove
Hey,
nuts.
hey, Michael.
Hmm.
Uh, Lenny just invited me to join her live.
Go do it. Go do it. Come on. Go
No,
say her
I'm
name.
enjoying this. I'm enjoying this conversation.
So, Mike, are you in touch with any of the HAPS management or anything? Like, do you know where this thing is going or what you're trying to do?
I do talk to somebody.
Okay.
And
Anything
I have
close or
no.
you have
I
an NDA or?
I personally believe, if you want my personal belief, that
Yeah.
anybody who is involved with it right now, this is a basement opportunity.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if the format doesn't get sold within the next 5 years, you'll be very grateful that you're here.
Wow. Okay.
So imagine going to Twitter in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, you and I could all be, experts in farting in a can and have videos on it, and we would have 5 million views because
Wow.
we were on the air first, right? So, but the truth is, you guys are talented, both of you. You both have great talent. Like I'm not trying to be mean to some of the original people at Twitter. They're not talented people. They're not exciting. Some of these people, I don't want to be mean, but they have 5, 6, 7, 8 million followers, and I'm thinking, for what?
Yeah.
You have
I'm blown
you
away.
have no personality.
Yeah. So
Like,
you're
okay,
saying it was just the first one to the party, pretty much.
well, it's being in the right place, right? It's everything is timing. Do you want to say something,
Well,
Milton?
Michael, can I ask you a question, Michael?
Sure.
Um, I have spoken in front of 10,000 people,
Hmm.
and I've actually spoken in front of hundreds of people, hundreds of events across the nation. And
Hmm.
so, how can I channel that into what you're saying?
Well, I don't know what you're looking for, but if you brand yourself right, if you brand yourself, and I don't know what you want your brand to be. I know exactly what I want my brand to be, and I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it every day. I want to have a show that's on multiple platforms. I want to have within 5 years where I have 100,000 followers who come in, and of that 100,000, I have 10% who come in daily. And once that happens, then you're talking. So, here's what I can do. I can talk about not myself, but a dear friend of mine, someone I actually know in real life. And I can't use his name, but if anybody knows YouTube, they'll know what I'm talking about. So he does reviews, and he's done reviews for 10 years of products. He gets products all the time from all over the world. Crazy amount. He has, I don't want to get the number right or wrong, so I'll underestimate what I think it is. But imagine $5, okay? 25,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Pay him that every month. I think it's $10, some of them. And he gets all this product for free. And what he does is, if you it's like a lottery. So of that 25,000 people, I think every week he gives away like 500 things. He has a warehouse full. So imagine you and I make Milton's earbuds, Love on the Rock earbuds, right? Only available through Milton. He'll sign it, sing a love song to you. Yeah, exactly. Listen, anybody wants a birthday song done, and anybody who wants to be serenaded, send $25 to Milton on his PayPal, and he will sing his ass off for you, and he'll put it on your ass. Yeah. But I know I have a musician who does that, and he makes more money doing that now than touring.
Wow.
Yeah, so he gets $100. So, but he's semi-famous. I'm not going to use his name either. But a lot of them were doing that during COVID time. So that's one aspect of the money that guy makes. Okay, that would be enough for me. If I made $1 off them each, I'd be happy. That's 25 grand, right?
Yep.
So that's one aspect of what he does. Then I think YouTube pays him just shy of $1 million every year. Just shy. So after taxes, you cut that in half. Then he has all of these distributors who pay him a percentage. So what they'll do is they'll say, if you buy this cup today and you use my barcode, so every time they use that barcode in the purchase from now until the eternity, he gets like 50 cents each time.
Okay.
So are you ready? If you buy this barcode today, you will get 50 cents per cup.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think I have a better one for you. Milton Banana will sing to you, serenade you in the midnight hour. Send $100 today. Listen, millions of senior citizen women can't be wrong. The soothing sounds of Milton Banana. If you have nobody stirring your coffee, in the morning, get Milton to serenade you at night.
Oh, Michael, you came and you gave without taking.
Oh, wow.
But I sent you away, oh, Michael.
But there's money and stuff like that. We're making jokes, but so imagine you have 100,000 followers, which is what I want to have. My network right now, I think between all the things is 50,000. So I want to double it.
100,000 on Haps, or just across?
No, that's collective.
Okay,
across.
Yeah. So I want to have 100,000 collective, and I think I'll end up having 100. So here's an example of momentum. Okay, and this is how cruel life is. A dear friend of mine, again, that I know, and I've known him for a long time, and he's been really struggling, like for years doing this, making no money. And this year, out of the blue, he's going to make 10 grand.
Wow.
And he's never made 10 grand, I think, in the entire time he's done it. But now he's got distributors calling him. And he said, Michael, what's the difference? And I said, you either don't give a shit anymore or you're more confident. I said, you're not nervous. He used to be on like, hi, I have this mouse. Yeah. And now he's like, I have this mouse. It's okay. Yep. Will I ever get laid again?
Hey, Michael.
But I think he's going to make 10 grand this year. So, and he's a great guy. But there's never been a chance like there is now to make money at stupid things. Not that your singing is bad, Milton. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer this.
Yes.
But can you give us a ballpark of where you're at right now and what you make? If not, don't worry about
it. Do you mean just from social media?
Yeah.
Not a good living. No. No, not at all. Not at all. No, you couldn't live on it. Let's put it that way. Now because you are the king of mediocrity, by the way. That's right, and it's hard to get paid on that. What I do right now is I help companies with Twitter. So, and that pays okay.
Okay.
And I also, when I get back to work, I'll be driving that elevator that's 100 years old in the Masonic Temple. That's a true story. Yeah. So,
And by the way, Ace, I own schools in Vietnam, so that's my living.
yeah, yeah,
You own schools in Vietnam.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
wow.
and when that doesn't work, he has a Neil Diamond tribute that he does. And the problem is, though, he does a couple concerts. His voice is shot. He has to take a
I
couple
know.
weeks off. But
Yeah.
the groupies are good, but his wife is always there to make sure. She's got a stick.
Yeah.
She's just
Well, Michael's my manager, so he knows all about it.
then you're in trouble. Then you're in trouble. Did you know that Queen made no money the first 3 albums?
Who?
Queen
Queen. Yeah.
made
Who's
no
that?
money the first 3 albums. They got absolutely robbed by their managers, the record company.
Oh
Freddie
wow.
Mercury, We Will Rock You. It wasn't until about the 4th album, I think the 3rd album, they broke even. They were no longer in debt. And there was a reporter saying if we went and did an interview, we had to bring the wine because
Wow.
they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Michael, the band Kiss, the first
Mhm.
3 albums, they made no money at all, and their manager, his name was Bogart. He actually was dealing with the mob, getting loans to keep the band afloat, and they threatened to kill him 3 times before they finally came out with Rock and Roll Night Party Every Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Milton was the one that said, look, you guys need to have these big elevator boots. He came over one night, showed them, and it's been history ever since. Yeah. 90% of what we're saying is untrue.
Exactly.
Okay, just thought I'd tell you. But no, I think myself, I think I have the potential in 5 years to make, I don't know, 50,000 a year, 100,000 a year doing social media. If I
Wow.
was young and attractive, oh my God. If I was female, don't want to be mean. It's insane what you can make if you're beautiful and female.
Okay,
Insane.
outside of the beautiful and female, why do you think I've seen? I mean, look at some of these guys that are out here now.
Yeah.
I don't know if looks has a lot to do with it.
Who are you talking about?
What's the guy with that podcast? I don't listen to him. Oh my
Joe
God.
Rogan?
Joe Rogan is one of them, but there's another
Yeah.
one that's been around. I think he took his stuff to one of those other platforms.
Yeah.
But
Howard Stern?
Howard
Howard Stern.
Stern. Yeah,
Yeah.
none of these guys
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. That was 30 years of building, buddy.
That's true.
30 years. That was 39. That was probably 39 years of starving.
Yeah. You're probably right on that. I don't know the
I think
backstory
he
of
makes
that.
100 million a year now. Remember? Do you remember Rush Limbaugh?
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah,
built
he was making 300 million a year to 500 million a year.
Now he started in I think the 70s, right?
Right. So, and he was nowhere near as sexy or charismatic as
Oh.
Milton. Come on, we got to be real here. He wasn't serenading anybody.
No.
Like when you got it, man.
Yeah.
It's just fine.
Michael.
What he starts
Mike,
to sentence it with, hey, we're the monkeys. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Michael. Did I ever tell you that I studied to be in radio in my youth?
Buddy, you could teach a radio program. You could. They would believe you. You could.
Yeah.
We could make up some backstory like I was on the radio and I saw Kiss and I said those losers, if I helped them, I brought them boots over. We put some girly makeup on. Next thing you know, pow. No, people don't realize that when you're in music, you starve for a very long time.
Yeah, before you get
So do you know the song Some Kind of Wonderful? I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything that a woman could want. I got more than I can ask for. I
That's so
don't
nice.
want to run around. Okay, so I met the guy who wrote that.
Wow.
And he was maybe 70 at the time. And I was, I don't know, 30, maybe
Wow.
35 at the time. And I was younger. Who am I kidding? I might have been 28. And the girl I was with was hot. And he was over. Hi, baby. How you doing? How are things? And he's like, he goes, I'm famous. And he said, I wrote this song. So I said, and what kind of money do you make on that? He goes, well, it's not what it was. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, I make about 160,000 a year, every year. And this was when 160,000 was like 300,000, right?
Wow.
Every year, like
Yeah.
it bank. So then I saw him 5 years later. And I said, wow, you're dressing better. You look happy. He goes, commercial bought it. And I said, well, what did they pay you? 800,000. And he said, I get paid every time they play it.
Wow.
And I said, what was that? It was like some Korean Pepsi or something. But he ended up showing me the ad, and I was like, 800,000 for that. Did you know Start Me Up by the Stones? They that computer company paid him $7 million to use it.
Hey, Michael.
Mhm.
Do you know every time you hear a Beatles song, who owns that?
Michael
On a
Jackson.
commercial?
Right?
Michael Jackson did for a
Michael
while.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. His estate owns it.
Yeah.
Did you know that he absolutely fucked over Paul McCartney?
Oh,
Who,
I know
Michael?
that. Yeah, Paul McCartney.
Oh
sold
yeah.
it to him, yeah.
Hey, do you know what Paul McCartney did one time? He said, whatever you do, make sure you try to get the rights to your music. Don't do what we did. So when they were auctioning off the music, who was there? He bought the Beatles catalog.
Wow.
Now, he doesn't own all of it now, I don't think. He sold a lot of it to Sony. When he was going broke, they gave him $100 million for a bunch of stuff he owned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's ludicrous. But okay, I said this the other day, and I feel like a broken record. You know that song, MacArthur Park is melting in the rain, and I
Yeah.
don't think that I can take. Okay, all right. There was this very flamboyant man who looked like a Liberace. I saw a show on it. Every year, he makes $7 to $8 million off that song.
Wow.
Every year. So Elton John makes about 32 to 34 million every year off of his catalog. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, who looks like he's freeze dried, make somewhere between 32 and 48 million every year. Every year. And you know what he does for fun now? He grows lemons in his house. Your life is more exciting. Look, you're serenading crazy women. I love it. I love it. But we need to get you paid, though. This is like the free, it's just a sampling. It's like when you buy drugs, right? Try this. Try it. You want to have it where 100,000 women can't live without it. For $5 a month, be serenaded by the Banana Man.
Oh man. So Mike, do you know how many broadcasters are on HAPS right now currently?
4. I think there's 4 now. The rest have left. It's not good. It's not good. I've been putting fires out all week.
Wow.
Okay.
Tony D has been putting fires out all week.
Are they surprised, or they kind of
No,
figured
they
this
knew.
might
They
happen?
knew. They knew.
Oh, okay.
They knew. I remember when Twitter got mad and changed everything, and I was pissed.
Okay.
I was pissed, and then about 3 months later, I went, "Shit, they're right."
Wow.
It needed to be. We had people passing out here in the middle of the night, higher than a kite, calling it a broadcast. That's why they implemented that stuff. We've got people serenading people in other broadcasts. It just you got to know when you got to do the line. People talking about Kiss and Kiss boots, and you got to know.
Okay.
And talking about Prince being only 5'2", purple button, white button. Just it's all bad.
Okay.
No,
of
I
course,
heard today
Michael.
someone was crying today, Milton. Crying. All the people
About
who, all what did they say?
Oh,
I want to do verbatim. All the people that were the little people made make this whole platform, and everybody who watched me was the little people. And I'm going. This is a basement opportunity. Shut up.
wow.
That's what it basically said. It is a basement. The first day, I had 5 people crying in my broadcast. The first 3 broadcasts I did, I flushed them.
Wow.
I went from 1,000 views a day to 150. Do you see a problem?
Mm, mm, mm.
Now, this broadcast
course,
here,
Michael-
3 years from now, will have 5,000 views. And they'll go, do you like the one where they did the one about the boots? And Milton, what a
Of course,
set of pipes. Will he come into my house? What do you think you got to pay him? I hear he's 500 to come over to the house now.
Of course, Michael. When you make the Kiss references, Ace doesn't understand what you're talking about.
No? We'll send you a book. $49.95. 101. Kiss the History with Milton.
No, I could show Ace the reference if you want me to.
I think you should, if you're going to be showing.
But I won't.
Listen, if you do show and tell, make that a Patreon room.
Okay, got it.
Make them pay. You
I
ever
agree.
heard that song? Show and tell, just a game I play when I want to say I love you.
Love you.
Right?
Who sang that?
A man that was lost. He was in Lenny's broadcast, and he was serenading her, and his life just went sideways after that. He was a great singer. His name was Al Wilson. You know what's weird about him? He had the most beautiful voice, and he only had that one hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the only one I know of. Before I go, I got to tell you this true story about Michael. Do you know who Michael Bolton is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
so,
you've told me that before. I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell AC. So many moons ago, I used to book strippers when I was a young man. He's look at his face. He goes, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I did. And I used to. And
Now
I used to,
on the main stage is Michael Badhurst.
Well, that's how Milton and I met, right? He was stealing all my gigs, right? Stealing all the women, and I was like, "Man, I'm gonna have to mess you up." And he goes, "I'll throw you around like a doll. Bring it." So, and he had the platform boots on, and he thought he was in Kiss, and it was bad, but the women dug it. So,
What kind of dog is that?
It's a wiener dog.
A wiener.
Yes. And his last name is Banana. Do you see a correlation? There you go. Yes. It's okay. We got Eric here, and he just sent us a 1 heart. See, and he gave me some beautiful love.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Eric.
Okay, so Milton, what the hell was I talking about? I've lost my way. What was I talking about, AC? Do we even know? It's a blur.
I
have no.
I
stopped listening about 30 minutes ago, Michael.
You know what I did want to ask you, Mike, is okay, so since they knew that a lot of people were going to exit, I guess they were prepared for it. So, so what can you tell us about their vision then for the future?
They, from what I gather with them, he took off. I don't know. You might have got a call. Do you want to invite Eric up? I love it. I love Eric. He goes, strippers.
Eric,
yeah. I don't know what I was talking about, but when I was really young, I used to make my supper being a DJ at night, and in the day, I was a DJ at a club, and it was called Johnny U's, which became Solid Gold. And I was pretty naive when I started, because I was just a young guy, right? I think I was 18, 19. and I was a video DJ at a place called Pat and Mario's. And I had 2 gigs. I had one at Casey's. And I remember there was an old guy like me, like really old, and he was a DJ. And he was single. And he had all these beautiful girlfriends. And I went, he's bizarre looking at best. He has no personality. I was like, what the hell do you do for a living? And he goes, oh, I spin records. And I went, what? So I went, watched him, went, I'll work for free. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, what night you want off, I'll work for free. Just teach me. He goes, you're serious? He says, no, I'll pay you. I'll give you some. So I worked for about half, and he got half and I got half. And instantaneously, I was like, I like this job. And I think I was 17. And I was like, I have found what I want to do for a while.
Wow.
But I couldn't make enough money to pay rent and do all the things. So I took on the other gig.
Okay.
At the club. And it was funny, the first week, I was skinny back then. I was really skinny guy. I was maybe I weighed like, I'm a buffet boy now. I weigh like 220. I've been 260. But back then I weighed like 160. And what they had me doing was I'd have to run to the back to get the girls to come out. And then when the beer was running out, I had to go pick up the kegs and put the kegs up. And then I also had to make sure the music was playing, and I had to introduce them. I fucking ran the whole time. Jeez. And the stuff I saw, I can't unsee, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah.
And I want to write a book about that just before I die. I want to just, there was about 3 years there that I think would be a great movie. Nobody would believe it. And the people who know me from that time are like, who's this dude? Who are you now? Yeah. And I had one friend call me a holy roller the other day. You're a holy roller now, man. You used to be hell on wheels. Now you're a holy roller. The whole spectrum. That's what he said. You're the whole spectrum now.
Wow. I think I got about 3. Yeah, I'm totally different than when I was, because I left home when I was in my teens, and didn't graduate from high school. I was just in the streets, and so people see me today. It's just like, wow, it's like night and day.
Yeah, you have a deadly voice, and you have a calming demeanor, and you can't teach that. And you have a relaxed way about you, and you try to teach people that. And I've developed that. And once you get the audience, and it's like I said to you, I remember Randy said to me, this is about 2 years ago, he says, Michael, he said, you could do okay. He said, but you got to go on every day.
Okay.
No exceptions. You got to go on every day. Find a way to get on. And one of the things I love about Randy is he has no shame. So he would wake up, and he lives in Saudi Arabia, and he'd come out, and he's got his little robe on. He's making his coffee, and he's talking to his people. And I'm not talking about a few people. I'm talking 500 people back then were coming in, and he's just waking up.
Wow.
Hey, Bill. Hi, how are you? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Having his coffee, smelling his coffee. And he made the relationship with them an integral part of his life. And they grew to love him, right? And I think that's what you need to do. Did you invite Eric up? Eric Hypes?
I thought I did. Let me.
You and him. He is one of the most spiritual people on this platform. He's a very kind man. Him and I've been through some stuff on here. I've had people come at me, man.
Really? I can't even see that. Come at you how? For what?
Just nastiness, like. And I knew that because I was coached by a few people who are far greater than I'll ever be. And the one of the best pieces of advice I got was, if 80% of them like you, you're doing great. If 20% of them want to run you over, that's normal. He said, when you get to a point where you're starting to get momentum, it'll be 70-30. And he said, yeah. He said, because you're always going to have those that are jealous or this or that. And,
Right.
but if you stick around and you work at this,
Oh yeah, I'm not
uh,
going anywhere.
you can have like, I don't know what you want from this. Do you want to have fun? I
Yeah,
think one of the
definitely.
best pieces.
I want to teach for sure, but
Uh,
I want to do what I'm doing tonight as well. Just
yeah.
come on here and just casually talk about different things.
Well, here's an
Um,
example of momentum. Okay, so the first 7 years that I was on YouTube, I only had 1,000 followers. It took me 7 years to get 1,000 followers on YouTube,
oh wow.
and then I got another 1,000 in the 3 years after it. So I got 2,000. Since
Okay.
I've been on Haps, which has only been 300 days, I
Right.
got another 1,200.
Wow.
Do you see? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I haven't been working at it.
Well, Mike, you
So
did a lot of broadcasts though. 300 plus broadcasts. That's
570.
yeah. That's a lot. That's some work, buddy.
Well, my goal was to do 300, and I was so proud of myself when I made it to 330. And I knew I had done at least a broadcast every day. And one day I asked Peter, I said, "Well, how many broadcasts have I done?" He went, 570.
Wow.
In some of those broadcasts I did with Randy, they have like 5,000 views.
Wow.
So I don't know what my number is right now. I think it's something like 860,000 views.
Okay.
But in 5 years from now, I want to average 10,000 views a day. Right. And you've got guys like Chris Gales the other night when he was on Reddit, he had 1 million views on one broadcast, not 900 and something. And he is a solid guy. Now, that's not equating to money yet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yet, but it will. It will. And you got, it's like climbing up a mountain. And I remember many mornings at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd be like, what am I doing? Because that was the only time I could do it. I had no other time. So I
Okay.
made time, right? And I kind of learned from Randy. So I'd be like, hi, how are you? I've lost my mind and I'm here with you. And I would play music.
Okay.
And then recently they took the music away from us. And I think people are watching the old music ones
Okay.
because we only got 160 views the last couple of days. But I looked at my numbers last week and I had 12,000 views. And I went, well, 7 times 160 is not.
Not 12,000.
It's not. So something is not right.
Yeah.
So one number is either inflated or one is a little low. But I think we're at 30% of what we were, if I had to guess.
Oh wow. That's a
I
drop
think we're
off.
yeah.
It's a big
Because
drop off.
well, when Randy and I would go on before on Haps together, 800 views in the broadcast, and then the next day it'd be 1,500 to 2,000. The next day, last week, I think we're at 450. So something's not right.
Mm.
So I don't think you'll see the number stay at 10,000. I think you'll see it go lower. We
Okay.
got Eric here,
All right. Let's see what's going on
and
here.
whenever you want to get off, we'll leave.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay, you just keep me in the loop. Okay.
Yep.
Oops.
Hey,
Wrong
buddy.
camera.
That's good. I like it. I like it. You can explain that. That's good. What it looks good, man.
Is that a painting or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my art. Well, it's the table that I've got my painting stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of doodled one day, so it was a heart.
One of the things I love about Eric is he'll be honest with me. So we've been kind of talking. I'm reflecting here, and he's being really patient. But if you had to explain what you think my success has been this year, because it's way beyond what I had anticipated. Like, honestly, when I started at the beginning, I was like, if I could get 100 views a day, that would really be something. If I could get 100 people to come in and say hello, That would be mind blowing. No, that was the goal. I thought if I can build it on, because I remember Joe Rogan saying the first 2 years he only ever had 200 people, and they're all comedians who were supporting him.
Oh, wow.
He said he had no audience. He said if we had 200 people, we were like, we did good. Now he has, what is it, over 100 million people watch him weekly? It's crazy. The number is insane how many people watch him. So if you had to, a couple things I need to improve on and a couple things that I've done right, Eric. He always tells me.
I think from the get go, from first I experienced you, because in the first it was a lot of inspirational and just doing like you are now,
Mm-hmm.
talking back and forth with certain individuals. I remember Walt and some other people were the people that you would interact with. I think it's the
Hi,
diversity.
Mel.
So, life is diverse and you have a lot of people up. You don't really discriminate. And so we get to really experience the ins and outs of a lot of different faculties of different things and what makes people tick and what ticks people off. And, I think you've got a very educated, broad aspect as far as like music and, relativity of, pop culture in general. And, let's face it, we all, revolve through music and movies and things like that. We use those as quotes. And, you seem to be very quick at being able to bring those things out of your mental index of all the information that you've accumulated throughout your life and just kind of throw it out there into, almost comical sometimes the way, you bring it back around all the way around. You and Colin do that a lot too. And I think with a lot of your broadcasters, you and Colin, you and uh, Randy, and there's been a couple other people. You kind of got that banter, you call it, where you kind of pick at each other, but it's playful and it's jestful, but it's light and it keeps people interested. Um, I think you said it best the other night. They've taken the music away. I'm not gonna say you got lazy, but I think you took a well-deserved rest because you have put out a lot of stuff. And when they gave the music option or you started utilizing that, I think it was a place where you could kind of kick back, enjoy it a little bit more because it kind of took you back to your old days as well as doing the DJ, but in a new energy with all these people that are interested in you. So I see you evolving. I think everything is kind of building upon itself.
Well
Wow.
said. Well
That's
said.
awesome.
Yeah. Now, when Eric first came on, he was a bit afraid of his own shadow, and now he's decided to be in beast mode. So it's really changed. Like, and I've seen him go toe to toe with people, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And even Helga was really quiet at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then kind of found her voice, and that's what's great about Haps, and people don't realize it is. It's like going to broadcasting school, and we have a real connectiveness with about, I'd say, 50 people, and Eric and I have had chats in the back, and we've been through shit together, and I've always said to him, just come on, let's fight on the lines together. If they're going to shoot at us, let's give them a target, and we can fight back.
Absolutely.
Right? And we've had people say just freakishly shitty shit
Wow.
that comes from nowhere. Like the other day was comical. I loved it. Someone going on, and I was on Randy's broadcast, and I loved it because it made me feel like I'd gone for a circle, and the person's going, "He's full of shit. He's a fucking liar, and all this. Don't trust him. He'll run you over with his fucking Haps bus." He'll come around the block and run your ass over. Oh yeah, and it was just nonstop, And I call those keyboard warriors. But you get those people on your show, and I've done it. A few people come at me and they're like, "Well, yeah, wasn't feeling well that day, and I didn't cut my toenails right, and I haven't been late since '74. So
Wow.
things aren't. It's yeah. But if people come at you, and Eric knows he's family with me, we fight it together. We fight
Yeah,
it
I,
together,
I
and
saw you on the show the other day. You had to shut somebody down about something they wanted to bring over here and talk about.
oh,
Like, yeah, we can't talk about that here. And the guy
yeah,
kept posting in the chat room.
I was pissed. And I told him before. I said to him, "Don't land base the management.
Right,
Stop.
right,
Like if you want to put your head with a noose on it, go for it. Do
right,
whatever you want, but in your broadcast, don't do it here."
right.
And some of my favorite memories with Eric and I is we did some really hokey fucking dokey uh, karaoke almost broadcast, and the sound back then was awful, and we had musical guests, and we would do meditation, and we'd be quiet. And I remember sometimes we get comments going, "Are they frozen?" But we were learning together,
Right.
and we're learning again now. And it's like today I was talking to DJ DDK, and he said he went from 1,000 views to he had 40 the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad with my 20.
No,
No,
but
no.
but Eric and I have broadcasts. I wish I could bring it up, but we might have 300 views the next day, and some of
Okay.
those are 3, 4, 5,000 views. And I'm telling you, they're not worth 5,000 views.
Wow. And you're talking about the
And
span
he
of the
knows,
day, right?
and he knows I'm right.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if we took, and I want to do this in the future, and I'm not joking. And this is what Joe Rogan does: is I want to take the nuggets of each show, the little snippets where there's gold in there for 3 minutes, and have that on YouTube instead of an hour of, well,
Right.
let's make fart noises together
Right.
and meditate, and let's like some of the stuff we did was ridiculously bad, and the karaoke is embarrassing. It is so bad, and I always say it, and people love it, and they watch it and go, and I'm like, how can this be? Like, to me, at best, it's irritating. But it goes to show you, I don't have a clue what people want to watch.
Mm.
And if people are upset because we don't have 8 people on here, and they're like, "Oh, well, we all screamed over each other and sang over each other and laughed." Like, we had broadcasts where we couldn't breathe. We were laughing so hard. Like, one of my favorite memories, I feel like I'm reminiscing tonight. Thank you for listening. But Colin was on with me. And I said to Colin, "You got to be at the show tonight." "Yeah, yeah. I'm there, man. Don't you worry. I'll be there. Don't you worry." And I was like, "No, no, I'm serious. I don't want to go up. I don't feel like doing it." "No, no. I'm there. I'll be there, brother." "Yeah. I got it." 2 hours later into the karaoke, who pops up? "Hey, buddy." So I'm like, "Colin, how many beers have you had?" "One." I went,
Wow.
"Really? Like after another?" "No, no, just one." So I said to him, "What did you buy?" "Oh, I think I bought a 2 for 12. I said, "How many you got left?" "One." He was gone. He was gone. And he was singing, and he couldn't do the lyrics, and he was like, "PG tips, PG tips." Every song was PG tips. Everything.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we had another one where someone was doing inappropriate things to a unicorn. Do you remember that?
Jeez. So, Mike, do you go up with a theme every day, or you just shoot
No.
hip? You just wake
Oh,
up and just get on the air?
yeah. Like
Okay.
that. Like, and this is what I would say. Some fun, mediocre content that we did tonight.
Okay.
But Eric goes deep.
Okay.
Like,
Eric, what do you talk about?
Usually like spirituality,
Okay.
energy, meditation.
That's right in my neighborhood, sir.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you two questions and I want you to answer them? And if you don't want to answer them, that's fine. But I've noticed that the energy this month has been off the fucking Richter scale, and people are
Mhm.
coming unhinged. Now I'm asking
Talked
you why
about
you
that
think
before you
why.
came on. I talked about that before you came on, Mike. I think the planet is going through an evolution stage right now, and people are feeling it. And I also
Oh
think that
yeah,
we're moving into a phase of authenticity, and people are feeling weird about that because I was talking about earlier. Have you noticed that the people are different post C19 than pre? Like I'm talking to people now, and I'm like, I don't even know you. It's like it's just different, but I think it's the evolution, and I think a lot of people are getting hit. And then you have the energy from the moon. Eric might feel a little different, but I think it's a combination of things. But I think the entire planet, I think Mother Earth is going through this evolutionary stage, and we're feeling it as well.
yeah.
And people are different. It's so I was talking about that earlier. Is like just understand it for what it is, and people are also setting boundaries too. I think in the last year, I have had to disassociate with a lot of people, and it's not a good bad thing. I'm not labeling it, but I think you just reach to a point where you feel like, you know what, our energies just aren't meshing for whatever
Hmm.
reason. I don't judge it, and
Yeah.
just is what it is, and you move on. So, Eric, I don't
That's
know what
self
you think
love.
about that.
Self love.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I think you said it perfectly, Ace. Tonight's broadcast for me was about the moon. In this particular one, we had the eclipse, which it's possibly the biggest eclipse that we'll experience for the next 600 years. It's definitely for the last 400 years. I think the last one that was this big and powerful was back in the 1400s. So,
Yeah.
how do you evaluate that in the layman terms? The actual process took about 6 hours to watch it go from one transition to the other, where normally it takes like 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours. And so this full moon is in Taurus, so it's all about the material, but it's all about security and transformation. And so exactly what you're talking about is the people that are doing the work, the self work, are becoming more secure because they're building a firm foundation for them to secure their future with and their dreams and all these things. And the people that aren't going within because the C19 has made the whole planet, I don't care who you are, you've had to come into a place of inside your own cubicle, inside your own self. You've been in lockdown in some way, shape, or fashion, so if you're going to do that, you might as well go all the way in.
Hmm.
And when you do that, you really get to free yourself. You get to be more your spiritual, authentic, true self. And yeah, those people that aren't doing that, I think you're exactly right. We've had to, and that's coming up in this moon as well, is getting a clear view. So the moon goes into this eclipse, which it focuses and clears out your perspective, gets rid of all the illusions, makes sure that you've gone into all your shadow work. And those people that aren't doing that, yeah, you're gonna drift from them, or you're gonna have to separate, and you're gonna have to step up, like you're saying, and make health. It's self love when you put up boundaries and
Yep.
you know.
Eric, can we talk about shadow work a little bit more? Because I don't. We use terms on here and we know, but they have no idea what we're talking about. So to me, shadow work is like the dark night of the soul. Everybody's dealing with their shit, and I've had, and I could only say this to Eric. Um, I've had the most vivid dreams, and it's almost like someone took me from a 40-watt bulb and made me an 80.
Hmm.
And I am freaked out by the energy I'm receiving while I'm sleeping or in the midst of sleeping. Like it is unlike anything I've ever felt in my entire life. It is it's freaky. So there is something going on with our DNA of some sort. There is light codes. Again, no one's going to know what the hell we're.
Activations. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it now. They're whatever they're on. I want double.
I think
Where
it's
do
a
I get my light codes? And will Milton really sing to me?
I think it's a real cool time to be alive on this planet.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like I think this is the greatest show going on in the universe, and um, and I think we're kind of like the Navy SEALs of the universe to come down here at this particular time and experience
Hmm.
all this. So yeah, it can get rough. Yeah, we get frustrated. Yeah, we feel like we're out of our mind, but we signed up for this. That's just humbly what I believe, and um, we are like rewriting history. And I think 200-300 years from now, they're going to be looking back at this time and be like, the people that were here during this
Hmm.
C19 time and
Yeah.
beyond, like this decade from 2020 to 2030. Oh my God. I really feel this 10-year span
Yeah.
is it's going to record so much. First of all, it's going to disclose so much,
Yeah.
but I also think it's going to usher in the new energy, which is going to change the planet, reset everything. That's what cryptocurrency is. It's a spiritual evolution of our monetary system that hasn't worked. So
Mm.
if all these things are evolving, why wouldn't our money system evolve? So and now we're going into this phase where we have our physical, which everybody's been tuning into, but people are starting to understand that there's a lot more power in the invisible because everything in the physical comes from the invisible. So it's going to be really, really interesting. And I was even talking about the kids being born now. These kids being born now, they are wired differently. So, I'm trying to tell these parents, you may have got them here, but they're not
Yeah.
yours.
Well,
Exactly.
We're
well,
here
the
on a
thing
mission.
is, but the thing is, and if you listen to anything we talked about tonight, what we had to go through hell to get, they got the packaging in it. So they're like 3.0.
Oh yeah.
I I'm a Commodore 64 brain. It barely works. They come into this life, and by the time they're 5 years old, they're brighter than I was at 12.
Yeah.
And they have a knowing within themselves at 20. And this is why you're seeing so many billionaires that are 30 years old, because they know exactly what they want.
Yep.
And you and I and this guy named Eric here, we've basically had some rough times.
Yep.
You know, the Habs bus ran us over. No, I'm only kidding. But they have a knowing about who they are and what they want, and the universe just unfolds for them.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that success is getting in frequency. Really
In
super
alignment.
powerful
Yep.
people know the power of their intention and their thought.
Yep.
And the universe doesn't care if you want $10 or 10 million, it will manifest it.
Yep. Absolutely.
And they're willing to work to get it. Now, then you also have another generation, and I'm not trying to be mean, that are super entitled and think the world owes them something.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I don't know where I fit in that spectrum. I just know I'm old and I'm tired. But we could talk for days about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this will be a time. So, and I really want you to think about it before you give me the answer, okay? And for me, my awakening started at 2003. And by 2006, I was not the same. Something happened. And from then till now, it has just gotten. So imagine, it just, you think, I can't handle any more current. And it goes, and I can't handle any more current. And lately it's been like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit if you're ready.
Right.
The other night, I swear to you, I was in my bed going, what the fuck is this? And I'm having these vivid, beautiful, cascading dreams. And like, I went from 720 to 4K in my dream overnight. And I went, wow. And I'm not the only one.
No.
Yeah.
And if my fried 58-year-old brain is doing this, what is it doing to these 20-year-olds?
Yeah.
But we're awakening parts of the brains that were dormant.
Yeah.
Can you guys chew on that? When do you think your awakening started? Because you've definitely been through something, AC. And
Mine started in 1999, 2000, because I had a
mhm,
bout with suicide, almost took my life.
yeah,
I actually had the gun in my mouth, and I just heard this voice that said, "Why do you continue to give your power away?" And I just started
oh
crying.
wow,
And from there, I just, I mean, I had to go through some stuff, but that was a defining moment in my life. I was in the bathroom, my condo, in my underwear with a gun in my mouth, like
yeah,
ready to just end it. And so when that divine intervention happened, then from there I had to pick up the pieces. I
mhm,
found meditation because I said either I have to find God, this entity called God, the universe, the creator, or I was going to find the grave. It was like there was no in between.
yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
how I found meditation. No one taught me. I just started doing it on my lunch breaks when I
mhm,
was selling cars. And it took about 8 months before I had my first breakthrough. And just little by little, you still got to deal with all your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not some pill that you take and oh, in heaven. It's a
Right.
day by day process because as you're gaining momentum, you also have to shed all of the stuff that you've been carrying, all the baggage, a lot of
mhm,
Yeah.
forgiveness work. So it's like two things are happening simultaneously, and then you just keep getting better. We've just been so programmed to be limited. I mean,
yeah,
from the time you're born, you're told what you can and can't do, and don't get your hopes up high, and so
yeah,
you're taught limitation, and that's what you carry through. You can't even
yeah,
talk good about yourself, or you're conceited or cocky. You can't
yeah.
even feel good about yourself. So a lot of deprogramming had to happen within me so I could shed a lot of things in order to evolve into a more authentic ace. I still got a long way to go. I'm learning every day.
But we were taught, our generation, okay, because I think you're around my age. You don't cry. You're not
Yep,
emotional.
yep,
Be a man.
yep,
Suck it up,
Suck it
Buttercup.
up.
yep,
Yeah.
Suck it up, Buttercup. And real men now, wear bright colors and they experiment in everything you can possibly imagine. And they're eating, ayahuasca
yep,
and magic mushrooms, and they are really going deep, quick, and without fear.
yep,
And we are still terrified, all three of us here at times. They have a knowing. You see it in their eyes. I think we're all indigos, and I don't know if you probably know what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
absolutely, yeah,
But indigos, the field was not paved. It was not harvested. There, it was hard, and many indigos have taken their lives
yeah,
because what they did is they did a soul contract and said, "I'll come back to try to help," but they didn't realize what they signed up for.
no,
And we all have exit strategies, 3 or 4
Yeah.
times in our lives that you can leave. It can be from the barrel of a gun. It can be from singing to Lenny P if your name is Milton. We sometimes go too far.
yeah,
I'll inject every once in a while humor just to break
absolutely.
the
Keep it
pat
light, absolutely,
to
yeah,
well
Yeah.
to break the pattern,
yep.
because we get deep. And unfortunately, Eric and I right now are talking without talking, and Eric can just give me a look like, he'll look at me sometimes like, you are a crazy motherfucker. But if you could address, and my guides keep telling me to ask you, so I'm going to ask you. And AC, please don't be mad. Okay, so what are you getting from AC, Eric? Because I know you can read them, and you're reading all of us, and this is what we're doing with the energy right now. For those who are watching the program, we're circling it and revving it up, and every once in a while we forget where we are, and then we come back and I'll talk about Milton, poor Milton. But this will be a broadcast that we'll remember.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm kind of glad that AC brought that up. I was feeling that he had some deep trauma that probably came close to life ending. Because what I was getting was, and I didn't get like details like that, but I appreciate him for being open enough to share that, so people can really get the depth of what that is. Because what I feel about him is the same thing I feel about a lot of people is, and what you're saying about the indigos in particular is, I feel like when certain individuals go so low, they have the opposite to achieve. So as low as you might have gone, that just means you've got that opportunity to go that much higher. And so I really see that he's been able to, obviously from what he said, go through some hardships and not just go through it with the mentality like, yo, we're speaking to, suck it up, get better, go to a therapist, but to get down to the root of the issues. And those issues are different for each of us. And like you said, what we signed up for. And when we go through that, when we have the courage to go through that, what we do is we cultivate that light within inside of us. And when we speak now, once we've gone through some of those things, we can vibrate with those who are ready to do the same for themselves. And
Like-minded people.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it just gives that camaraderie and it gives that unity. And so I really see that AC is one of these people that's, a real light bearer. He's,
Yeah.
a light, a way shower for others.
Yes.
And I
And,
think
and
this
and there's
platform will
nothing
be great
random
for
here,
him.
though, right, buddy? This is not
No, I
random.
think the
This
fact
is
that we're
very
meeting on
orchestrated.
apps,
This is feeling very
is
orchestrated this
Yeah,
beautiful.
moment.
I'm a little shocked because Mike, I subscribe to you,
Yeah.
but like I'm seeing you in a whole different light now.
Oh, there's a
And
lot. There's a lot that
as
goes
soon
on
as
with
Eric
Michael.
came on, I said, "Oh boy, we got something here." And so you're right, it is orchestrated. It's
Yeah.
it's, and I think the universe is laughing at us because I didn't expect this tonight at all. So
No,
when stuff like this happens, I just
but the
really
moon is
appreciate
perfect.
it.
The
Absolutely, I really
the time
appreciate
is
it.
perfect. We're near the end of the year,
Yep.
and people need to hear this message. In some ways, I wish to God we had stopped the broadcast and started, so it could be easily found. But for those who need to find it, they'll find it. And I have found in this year that the teacher will present itself, or the moment will present itself,
When the student's ready. Yep.
and this is not my first go with my dear friend here. We've been friends before, and I know he's wanted to strangle me a couple times this year, but we're still friends. So that there was a couple times we had the broadcast, and you could see that there was blood here, and it was from him biting his lip.
Eric, where do you live?
I'm in East Tennessee, over around
Okay.
the Knoxville area.
I'm gonna get a coffee, guys. I'll be right back. So
Okay.
continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Knoxville. Okay. What's that? A couple hours from Memphis?
Yeah, Tennessee's long, so I'm about 7 hours from
Okay.
Memphis.
7 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of talk about that rapper that just got killed down there. I don't know if you heard about it, but
No, I haven't actually.
so
Uh, I've
well
tuned
you
out of the news as much as possible.
what do you do for a living?
Currently, I'm on disability,
Okay.
so I'm like we're talking about tonight. Everything's orchestrated. Prior 2020, I didn't go outside and stand for more than 15 minutes because my
Okay.
hips and stuff would require like weeks of recovery.
Okay.
And as the world was going into lockdown, I had been working for 4 or 5 years since 2014 on a lot of this shadow work
Okay.
and really cultivating the spiritual side of me that I'd suppressed all my life. Like because I was afraid of what people would think of me and all that stuff, doing mediumship and stuff. And so I canceled all that out of me, and life really started dealing me. So I was in a lot of some accidents. Some of them I had dreams about them before they happened, and I still went through them. So I had to file for disability in 2006, and I got granted into 2008. And I got diagnosed with some incurable diseases and stuff. But through this journey, um, Spirit's been giving me information. Like the day I went to this neurologist, Spirit told me, you're going to have to walk down this concrete hill, and they're going to give you this prescription and everything. And you know, the doctor's like, you know, you're just screwed. You're going to wither away, and you're just going to become nothing. And I just had to just look at him, and I wasn't going to tell him everything that I knew, but I knew that I had been given all the information that was going to happen that day, and I walked through it. And I just had to say, I'm not coming on back for the biopsy, and um, you know, I'm going to follow this spiritual path instead of this, you know, medical recommendation. But yeah, so we'll see how it pans out. Next year's supposed to be really big, but yeah, 2020, I became pretty mobile as far as to what I had been doing for the last 10 years.
Okay.
I kind of got to that point that you were talking about. I didn't have the gun in the mouth, but in 2012, I had reached the lowest that I was willing to go. I was stuck in this chair. My family would go out and do things, and I'd have to stay at home, and I'd have to do all this. But I had that moment, like you said. You know, I just said I got to find this thing that I know is not what all the religions go to, even though all the religions have a piece of it. So I went and started meditating, and I started having all these visions and stuff, and then started working with different healers and started learning that the things that they were working on healing me were directly related to the visions that I had had in 2012 and 2013. So I was like, wow, you know, I'm being given all the information, but I had to go through this process like you're talking about. You know, you kind of have to, you know, it's not just you wake up and like, oh, yay, ecstasy, joy, bliss. But, you know, it's a process of, okay, but it's a process of understanding that your frequency, your energy dictates, you know, what comes in and out of your life.
Yeah. Wow, that is awesome, man. So you do mediumship work. So do entities come through, or how do you position yourself when you do that?
Um, I just, whatever comes, you know. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, you know, stuff is definitely destiny. There is fate involved in a lot of stuff too, but
Okay.
there are certain energies that are waiting to work with certain people, you know. And so I just happened to come in alignment with, like, for example, a couple months ago, I was in one of my broadcasts, and a lady came in from Facebook, and I must have said some kind of story about me going and clearing stuff out of people's houses. And it was funny because just like 3 weeks before that, I was, you know, having this conversation with Source or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, you know, a lot of people give me accolades about how easily I do some of the things that I do. And I was like, I'd like to know a little bit better that it is kind of, because it's not difficult, but it is difficult for certain people. And so I was like, I'd like to have experience where someone wants me to clear the house of negative entities, and it's tried to been cleared many times, like 3 times. And so I go into this broadcast, this lady comes in there, and she's like, I've got this house that I own, but I don't live in it because I'm afraid to go in there. Would you clear it for me? And I was like, yeah, let me go to the restroom. I was just going to do it on the broadcast. The
Okay.
Spirit's like talking to me. It's like, Eric, you could do it. I'm not saying that it's hard in this way, but you might want to give it a little more time. So I came back to the broadcast. I was like, do you mind if I do this tomorrow when I'm fresh and everything? Like, just give me the address so I make sure I'm putting my energy in the right place. So then the Spirit's like, Google map it. So I Google mapped it, and it turns out this place the way I drink, the way I work is a lot of the stuff, like I saw dreams of Michael Bathurst and all these people on halves. And then when I came here, it was like, whoa, 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 whoa. But this is
We
like
said
where a
we'd
lot of
never discuss that.
right.
You
And so
remember?
this is like
Okay.
what Michael was saying, coming full circle. When I was like 8 years old, we moved from this house up on the hill, and I started having this reoccurring dream. And I was in a 3-story house, and I was on the second floor, and I go between 2 rooms. I felt like I was being chased or pursued by a dark energy, a demon, or whatever you want to call it. But I kept having the dream, and as I got older and got into high school, there was a shift in my consciousness in the dream, and I was like, wait a minute, I've never seen this thing. Am I being pursued, or am I supposed to find it? And so in 2014, when I started working with all these houses and doing these clearings, I was like, I wonder if I'll ever experience this place that I had this dream about. And so I Google mapped this address, and lo and behold, it's the house that started all these reoccurring dreams in that aspect. And I was like, oh my God. So I went and did the clearing, and then we've been discussing stuff. And then actually, she was going to have this TV show come work on the house, which I've worked on other places that this TV show is worked on called Dead Files. And so it's just like, to answer your question, it's kind of like, we signed up for this thing, like Michael and you were saying, and as long as we're appropriating ourselves and expanding our awareness, we see the signs, or we get exposed to the people that bring in our destiny. And fate kind of gets in the way, but it's more like fear based, so it's something for us to overcome.
That's cool that you can get those premonitions like that and see it before it happens, man. I I've been asking to be able to see, like I feel and hear, but I've not been able to like see. Um, they keep telling me that you can't get everything, but but I think that's kind of cool, man, that you
Eric's on another platform. No, I mean that with the most respect. We used to do these meditations together, him and I and Helga and Desiree, and certain individuals would get freaked out, and and him and I would always go into the outer limits, but when it was harmonious, it was really incredible.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very, you could feel your heart chakra, and it would warm up, and there'd be healing. And there's a couple people on this platform, well, I don't want to talk about it on air, but who have the gifts and don't share it. And my whole life I've used it as kind of a secret weapon. Like, I know what's going on more than I will tell, and I think it's always better to not show your hand. And it's not something I will usually do. So we got Ellen M7 here. Do you know her?
Hello, Ellen.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm following.
Is that it? Is she a spiritual person?
I don't know. I don't know if I. No, I had to resubscribe to her if I was subscribed to her before. I
Hello,
don't
El.
know. There's a lot of people.
So here's the thing. I'm getting requested to go in another broadcast, and I kind of promised that I would. I was anticipating I would be with you for 20 minutes, and that was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it was 2 hours
And,
ago. I
and
appreciate both you guys being on here. And Eric, I'm gonna subscribe to you,
well,
man.
no, you and Eric could still chew the fat, and if Eric's open to that, if not, I don't know. How are you feeling right now, Eric? Do you want to talk a little bit more? Like,
I can
what's
go a
your
little.
gut?
I can go a little bit more. My gut has got dinner in the oven, so I can't stay too much
Yeah.
longer, but I can stay a little bit longer. I
What
enjoy.
what why don't we all stay until like 5 after 1 and we'll shut it down. Unless
Okay.
you want to
Okay.
unless you would want to do the nude erotica that you were talking about, AC, just to finish it off. The pole
No, that's
dancing. Do you
cool.
still have the pole or
Yeah, we can go 5 after 1, and then
we'll shut it down? But
yep.
we can always revisit this place again.
Yeah.
But
No,
there
this is
we
pretty
were
cool
we
stuff.
were vibrating pretty good there about half an hour ago. It
Yeah.
was it was cooking good. And then I'm like, Michael, you're on air. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you ever do that, Eric? You do the Eric? You're on air, brother. Yeah.
Eric,
um,
Ellen is asking you to please say you will come and be a part of my new broadcast in the new year. You've been requested, sir.
oh, well, thank you, Owen. I will do my best.
Yeah.
Where are you located, Ellen? I'm in East Tennessee, so I'm in Eastern Standard Time. I don't know when
Do you
you
want to
usually
invite her
start.
up and we can meet her, read her energy,
Sure.
and
Ellen, you want to come
Ellen,
up?
you
I'll
can
just,
come up. The other
yeah.
thing, Ellen, I'm sensing if you don't want to show your face, you can just have it where your picture pulsates. I said that to Joy today, and she thought I was being weird,
Oh.
inappropriately. She's like, Michael, stop it. I go, no, no. I said, it really does pulsate. I said, please, someone help me, because she's so used to my looniness, right? Um,
Ellen, I just sent you an invite.
but have you felt that before we go? Just the unbearable energy at times, like just freakishly high current for me,
Yeah, yeah.
freakishly, like just literally. If I was Stretch Armstrong, do you remember that toy where they go "Shh," and they stretch you out? I feel consciously I'm being like this, and it's like, how much further can you go, motherfucker?
Yeah, yeah. I've been
Yeah,
like that for like the last 7 years, but now I'm starting to get into this like comfortable
you're
state.
more
I don't want to say
rooted.
comfortable, but
Yeah, your energy's more rooted though, bud. It was, and I don't want to be mean, but it was a bit. I don't think you knew how to harness it,
right.
contain it. Like there were times when I met you, I thought you could have lit up New York. Like
You know what? I want you guys to meet my partner.
hmm
Name is Annette Holloman, and yeah, she would be a welcome addition. She's a Reiki practitioner,
yeah,
master Reiki practitioner. Just got certified because we have a holistic company together. We started in 2014. But yeah, she would be a welcome addition to this type of conversation.
you have to warn her though about me. You
Oh,
just you
I need
could
to
that
warn you about her.
yeah, hello,
Hello, Ellen. Good to
Hey,
see you.
Ellen.
Hey,
how are you?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Hey,
you could just click on the camera and
I,
you can have it where it's just your picture because you're breaking a little bit. You're breaking up a little bit.
you can just click on the camera and it'll do
I'm
this.
still
Yeah,
working through. Still. Oh, there's an echo thing
yeah.
too that I need to turn off. Hang
It's
on.
okay, but it's not bad.
Sorry, I'm really new to this.
It's okay.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
It's our first rodeo too. There you go. Okay.
Can you hear me or is it distorted?
No,
No,
you're
it's good. It's
clear.
perfect.
Right now.
This moment right now is perfect.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did, whoever is in charge of that, but thank you.
No problem. No problem. We want to welcome you up. Absolutely.
So what was it about Eric's energy that you were
Hi,
drawn to?
Ace. Thank you.
No problem.
Um, I am also a big like spiritual person, and so I have a set of mala beads. They're sandalwood beads, And I am a big believer in just mantras in general and repeating those.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one
So
you'd
I
like
know
to
it's
share? Do you have one you could share with us? We could do it together. Set the
it,
internet on fire. You know, now if Eric starts floating around the room, don't freak out.
no, actually, you can pick whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. It's just the practice of the mala beads
Mm,
and saying that it's a meditation thing, which
Yeah.
I think Eric very much that same feel, the mantra aspect.
mm.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
love I love you said they were made out of sandalwood. Right before I did my broadcast tonight, I put a little bit of sandalwood oil on my mustache so I
Yeah,
could smell it.
yeah.
It very, very relaxing.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
Now, I'm getting ready to start broadcasting for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping I have MS. I've had
Mm-hmm.
it for over 20 years.
Okay.
I just got done with brain surgery in
Wow.
July
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm,
remove a tumor,
mm,
and I also had cancer in my tonsils 5 years
Mm-hmm.
ago and went
Wow.
through radiation and chemo. So
mm,
I'm completely disabled at this
Yeah.
point, and it's my goal with my channel to uh, uh, give a platform to people who are disabled or shut in.
yeah. Mm. Bless your heart. I'm glad to hear that you're that's where your heart is you know putting that out there, giving space to that, holding space for that.
Yeah.
It's very important right now.
But this is again another magical moment. We were about to pull the cord here, and you came in, and again, I think some divine seeds were planted tonight.
Absolutely.
And I don't think this was random, hun. I think you're supposed to be here. So, you know, your message needs to be heard, and I can feel a release going on within you right now. And, you know, you're a little overwhelmed, but you're in a safe place. And as long as you know that, and I don't know if you sense how shy I
Very
am, but
much,
yeah, there you go.
very much. And
If
I'm
I
very
become too much,
grateful
just tell me.
to all
Okay?
of you for allowing me to speak about that.
Yeah.
No, that's
Um,
awesome. When are you going to do your first show, Ellen? Do you have a date picked out yet?
I think there's a delay.
Okay.
You still there, Alan? I think she froze. Yep, she did. Just for a second. Yeah, we're still here.
did you hear Ace's question for you, Alan? You might have to type it.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Ellen, probably the best thing you could do too, hon, is just go on your photo, and then you'll use less bandwidth. Probably your internet's not great there, wherever you are. I think that's what's happening with her. She's pixelating, but wow, what a story, guys, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My
Okay,
answer.
I'm gonna drop down
Okay.
and let
Okay.
you guys talk. Ooh,
We're actually gonna end this. We're gonna end this, but I'll tell you, you just put icing on a beautiful cake for me.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, you're emotional. You okay? Was this a little too much? Just getting emotional, guys.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send her some energy after we
Yeah.
get on. Yep.
Yeah. We're sending you love.
And I'm gonna drop
Yeah.
down.
Well, you're in our prayers, hon.
But thank you guys.
You're welcome,
Thank
Ellen. We
you,
love
Ellen.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
I
Watch
hope
the
to
watch the
see you this
replay.
week.
Yeah.
And my answer for you is yes. Just give me a time and a date, and I'll be there. I'm sure Michael will do the same because she said up there, Michael, I'd like to ask you too.
Yeah, she wants you both on there. That's awesome.
I'm sure she'd be totally cool with AC being on there as
I
well.
wonder how she found out about us. So here's the thing, right? And it's really been the last week, but since the merger, the new apps, there's been a really strange shift.
Yeah.
And I'll explain it to you. So we went from getting 1,000 views and say 100 comments, and now we have 100 views and 1,000 comments. it's totally, and people are so emotional, but she was crying at the end there, guys. You could just,
Yeah. She
She was
probably
feeling
feels lonely. I felt like a lot of aloneness she was feeling, and isolation,
yeah.
and
AC,
so
you know what I think it was, honestly? You started smiling, and she was thinking about Charlie Wilson, and and she was like, "Wow, what a beautiful man." You know, we left
all
the planet there.
that. But
Yeah. You do look like you could be one of the Wilson brothers, the Gap Band. You should look it up. Look them
no,
up. You know,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yep.
like 83 though. Not
Yeah.
not yeah. I'm not gonna say anything nasty. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Yeah. But you have that $1 million smile. So does Chris Gales. Chris Gales, another guy's got $1 million smile. But that was powerful and strange. What do you guys think?
I loved it.
I think we have the three of us and all of our spirit guides, guardian angels, and everything behind us as well. And I think more of this is going to happen, Mike.
Well, we're just about to hit a 111.
There we go. Way to
Yeah.
end. Way to exit. Yep. Epic.
Yeah.
Epic exit.
So, folks, I'm gonna leave. I wish you well,
Yep.
and thank you for this moment of time.
All
This is not the first rodeo I've done with my dear friend here. What is your name again, sir? With the beard, Eric something.
Eric
Hypes.
Hypes.
Hypes. Don't believe the hypes with Eric. Okay. All right. It's
All right.
111. I'm gonna want to leave right there.
Okay.
Peace.
All right.